Yo people, I know I haven't uploaded a video or an update in a long time. I've just rehoused my P. Muticus, or Queen Baboon Tarantula, at least I hope so. I didn't film the rehousing because it was basically an SOS rehousing. There was mites in the enclosure, so I've cleaned her with a cotton bud, basically, on a stick. So I've cleaned her up, and I can't see, like, a bit of water, I can't see any mites on her or anything now. She's very dark, so I am expecting her to molt soon, because they're normally like orange, and her abdomen's very very pale as well. I would try feeding her. Oh no, I was gonna move that so you could see her. Don't worry guys, it's not just sand. I've got sand. P. Muticus, baboon species in general, are known to rearrange their enclosures heavily. My centipede, my Scolopendra polymorpha, rearranges her enclosure very often as well, but nothing like this girl. This girl rearranges her enclosure non-stop. I'm very happy to have her in here. There's a bit more room in here, there's a bit more depth. As I said, only the top layer, I'd say about an inch of this substrate is sand, and then 2 or 3 inches below is cocoa fiber. So when she settles in and she's burrowed through the top layer and stuff, I'll be sure to probably make another update, or I'll just do a feeding video, or a molt update when she molts, because I think she is very close to molting. You can, you know, when I say I think, I pretty much know so. She's very, very dark. Her abdomen's very dark as well. Like, it's got a dark patch on her abdomen. She's absolutely gorgeous. When I was rehousing her, she gave me a little bit of a threat posture. And with that threat posture, can we focus on her? I actually got distracted and forgot what I was saying. She was moving around, I was trying to focus on her and I forgot. But what I was going to say is, when she gave me a threat posture, I saw how large her fangs are getting now, and they're really, really big for the size that she is. Right, so I just added some water to her water bowl, and I did spray some moisture into the enclosure. Right, I've just made her a little starter burrow as well. There, so yeah, let's see how she gets on overnight, and have a little check up on her tomorrow morning. Right guys, so as you can see, it's the next day and she is using that pre-made burrow I made her. I wouldn't be surprised if she's made it a little bigger for herself down there, like she's opened up the space, because originally it was a very small hole. I can see a little bit of webbing to the naked eye. You can't pick it up on camera, really. No, you can't, but it's just above her burrow. I don't think they're known as heavy webbers, naturally. They are known for digging tunnels very deep in the substrate. But yet, Deadly Tarantula Girl did a really good video about her P. Muticus care and husbandry guide. I think she was talking about keeping them on 100% vermiculite, something like that. And she was also talking about, because basically these are deep burrowing species, but I've seen, Moran also did a video on this, where he talked about his P. Muticus closing off the opening to their burrow, tunneling themselves to the bottom of their substrate, where they had like 7 or 8 inches of substrate, and blocking off the burrow, and then dying because they starved themselves. Then he opened up the burrow, dropped a prey item down, which you should never do with any species, by the way, and apparently it ate it straight away. So my guess is because in the wild they're basically almost 100% fossorial, to my understanding. I also saw, I think Deadly Tarantula Girl made this point, that whether you give them an 8-meter tall enclosure, they would still tunnel right to the bottom and still feel the plastic. So it doesn't really matter. As long as they feel safe and comfortable, this enclosure is not going to be her enclosure for the rest of her life. You saw the size of her. She's a very small sling. She's probably 3 centimeters. Bearing in mind that these species are one of the slowest growing species of tarantulas. as well, like extremely slow growing. But yeah, I just wanted to point out that information. By all means, do your own research. Don't just house your tarantulas how you see people do it on YouTube. Don't just listen to people blindly. Do your own research, and I'd highly recommend you look at scientific journals. Don't just... YouTube videos don't have all the information, in forums don't have all the information. Look at scientific journals. Look at how they keep them. Look at how breeders keep them, because to breed any animal in captivity, you need to have the right conditions and healthy animals. So look at how breeders look after their Ts, how they house them. That's probably where you'll get the best advice from. There is bad breeders, don't get me wrong. People that breed hybrids and all sorts, but for the I'm not going to get too much into it, but for the most part, breeders, people who've been looking after tarantulas for 30, 40 years, those are the kind of people you want to go to for advice, because they've seen the hobby grow from just Brachypelma species to what it is now. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. Xenethis genus? I might be totally wrong. Thanks for watching this video. This video has turned out to be really long. I didn't mean for it to turn out this long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video.